Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of NewsDay McDaniel. I'm Shakar Sept.
And I'm Reuben Hubbard. Our top story this week. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, new concerns have begun to grow regarding monkeypox and its potential spread on campus. Heidi Huber, director of the Wellness Center, explains that the college is in contact with the Carroll County Health Department regarding monkeypox and will work closely with the health department to address any concerns that arise. An email from the Wellness Center and informational flyers placed around campus are two resources provided to students with information about how monkeypox is transmitted. Students and staff are concerned. Senior lecturer of music Kyle Engler says, based on the lifestyles of many people who contract monkeypox, there might be some genuine concerns for some members of our campus community. Sophomore Zoe Shelby says that practicing hygiene is now more important than ever. More information regarding monkeypox can be found on the Carroll County Health Department website.
Ever since COVID-19, Greek life organizations have struggled to attract interest from students. Amanda Gelber, head of the Office of Student Engagement, says, "It's disheartening because Greek life is supposed to give students a sense of belonging, and when numbers aren't up, the Greek experience for those students isn't what it can be." FAMU member Sarah Price agrees, explaining, "Recruitment numbers have gone down a lot, and even during formal recruitment, we don't see many people interested in rushing at all." Sigma Alpha Ellipsen's vice president, Evan Dar, adds, "It's frustrating to find people. We've only been able to recruit one person in 2 years." With many COVID restrictions lifted, Greek Life is hoping there will be an increase in recruitment numbers this year.
According to Brooke Hain, the Associate Director of International and Off-Campus Programs, there are 25 international students on the main campus coming from 24 different countries this fall. Haewon arrived 2 weeks ago from South Korea and is in her third year double majoring in communication and political science. She says, "Since I'm only going to be here for one semester, I want to make the most of it. I want to have experiences related to my majors and experience more diverse cultures, not just Americans, but other international students too." Meanwhile, Ksen is a first-year pre-med with a double major in biomedical sciences and health sciences. Ksen explains that the American academic system is a little better than the education system back home in Kazakhstan. She also recognizes the difference in how students address their professors here, not only in a professional manner, but sometimes as a friend.
New Director of Athletic Communications, Jason Eichelberger, says he's looking to find some areas to grow at McDaniel. After working in communications for 23 years, the Frederick native has decided to put the emphasis on students. Eichelberger also hopes to revamp McDaniel's social media to increase followers on sites like Instagram and Twitter. Assistant Director of Athletic Communications Lucas DeMars says his expectations for Eichelberger this season are running a good production as far as the live stream, having the entire event management run very well. Sarah Zimmerman, a student and employee at McDaniel Athletic Center who works alongside Eichelberger, says, "I expect working with Jason in the future will be very fun. He seems very enthusiastic about his role here on campus." To follow McDaniel Athletics, go to @McDaniel Sports on Instagram and @GreenTerraFB on Twitter.
McDaniel students came together in force this week. On Monday, August 29th, Green Terra Programs hosted a field day in Red Square with food, games, and even an obstacle course for students to enjoy. Senior Alexis Dudley led the event and expresses her enthusiasm, sharing that participation surpassed the desired attendance with 161 students at the event. Junior Donna Hosh, who attended the event, called it creative and good to have a place to get snacks in between classes. Assistant Director of Student Engagement, Courtney Cunningham, says Alexis planned the event from start to finish and did a wonderful job. Students can look forward to Green Terra Programs hosting Wings and Sings on Friday, September 2nd at 9 p.m. in the Raj Student Center.
Green Terra Esports is looking for new members. Club President Gabe Horner says the club's mission statement is to create a competitive esports environment and to have a place for gamers alike to socialize and make lifelong connections. The club community plays titles such as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Mario Kart 8 and has hosted tournaments for Rocket League, Apex Legends, and Mortal Kombat 11. Film Simpson, the club's Rocket League chair, also notes that if Green Terra Esports doesn't have a team for it, you can always form a team for the games you love. Ahmad Thompson, club secretary, says that if you are looking for information about the club, we have an open Discord server to get early updates on current and future events. The server can be found on the McDaniel Discord Student Hub, and the club also has an Instagram @GreenTerra_esports.
The Esther Prangley Rice Gallery held their opening reception for the Breathtaker exhibit, named after the comic the work is taken from, on Thursday, August 25th. Curator and Associate Professor of Communication Robert Lemieux explains, "I think the primary takeaway would be that comics are an art form, a legitimate art form. Secondly, it's interesting how you can visually create a story. Lemieux was offered the show by the Norman Rockwell Museum, a process succinctly described by writer Mark Wheatley. He was aware of the show, and when it came up as available for him, he just went for it. Artist Mark Hempel adopts a loose style for the comic, focusing on vivid storytelling, explaining there's definitely some panels that need to be broken down to make it more of a cinematic thing. The Breathtaker exhibit in the Esther Prangley Rice Gallery in Peterson Hall runs through October 29th.
Richard Sauter returns to McDaniel for the first time since the 2017-2018 school year to direct the college's first theatrical show of the season, Wintertime, written by Charles Mee. Sauter says, "I'm really happy to be both directing in a place where I am very comfortable and also working with a script that I wanted to work with." Stage manager Tyra Pritchett says working with Sauter has been great. He is a really funny man, and his casting choices were absolutely amazing. The cast features 10 actors, 3 who are theater majors. One cast member, sophomore Rennie Herbst, says, "I feel like everyone is pretty fit for their role." Wintertime runs from September 29th through October 1st at 7:30 p.m. on the main stage of Alumni Theater. Tickets are $8 for students.
Well, that wraps up this week's edition of NewsDay McDaniel. I'm Ruben Hubbard.
And I'm Shakara Sept. Stay tuned all semester long for your up-to-date news and commentary. See you again soon.